You're standing in a Catholic shrine in northern Italy when it starts, screaming. A woman inside the confessional thrashes, curses, and speaks in a voice that isn't hers. The priests lock the doors. Outside, police wait, unable to enter. For the next 9 hours, 4 friars battle something they swear wasn't human. The Vatican calls it a difficult exorcism. Skeptics call it a psychotic break. But what really happened that day inside the sanctuary of Monte Berico?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the GITN podcast, where we cover true crime and the paranormal. Tonight we're doing exorcisms. I love me some exorcisms.
Exercise.
No, I don't love exercise, which is apparent.
I already have a problem with this story.
Why?
Because the intro, you said 4 friars battled this demon.
It's one priest for 3 friars.
Oh, one priest. Wouldn't you want all priests?
I don't know. As we covered before we started, I did not know what a friar was. I had to look it up. Basically, a friar is a priest that's not holy ordained, basically.
Yeah, so what the fuck is the point of having those motherfuckers there?
Well, they're the bitches of the Catholic in that particular church, I guess.
It's like hiring Stephen Hawking as a carpenter.
Well, no, it's like having assistants.
Like he has the technical down, but he doesn't have that one little ability to actually do a job.
I think it's more like everybody's got to have this bitch assistant. And the friars are the bitch assistants, do the grunt work, do the shit work for the...
Somebody's got to wear the burlap sacks.
I mean, somebody's got to hold the little boys down.
That's true.
That was a joke, you Catholics.
That's not a joke, though. That's the sad part.
No. But
that's why it gets said so much. This
is an interesting case. Like I said earlier before we got started. Anything goes for 9 hours, that's a bit much.
That's like that's like through all 3 of the Lord of the Rings.
Right, no shit. I mean, but a lot of things makes this particular case pretty damn interesting. You know, it happened in broad daylight. There were witnesses in the beginning, which we'll get into. It happened within the public eye. Most often...
Holy fuck. Sorry. The Cowboys apparently scored again.
We're gonna have to ban sports if you can't.
They apparently scored again in like the last 30-something seconds of the first half.
We're not doing these on Sundays anymore.
I turned off the live feed because I was like, oh, it's going to be halftime.
Well, now what was I fucking saying? Jesus Christ.
Something about fucking kids.
Most possessions don't happen in broad daylight in plain sight of people, other people. They happen kind of behind closed doors.
Daemons are nocturnal.
Well... I think they kind of go 24 hours a day. I think it's a 24-hour gig. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Doesn't seem to be. We've had this conversation before. I think it's show some balls, possess people during the day.
But this, in most exorcism cases, the priest is called to a home and does said exorcism. This one, what would be a good word? The person that is possibly possessed shows up at the church. So
like in the movies when they walk in and it's raining hard as fuck and they're like shivering and they're like, "Help me, Father."
Yeah, something
like Exorcism, Emily Rose. Didn't she do that?
I don't think I've ever actually seen that.
Really? I've always really liked Exorcism, Emily Rose. You should watch it. There's some really good physical acting in it by that what's her name? She was in Dexter. I think it was his sister.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I think I've met it.
The chick with the kind of catty face.
Yeah, who likes to say fuck a lot.
Yeah, she's Emily Rose. She does some good physical acting.
I actually kind of liked her from Dexter. I mean, she's from Kentucky. I think she's from Louisville or Lexington, one of the two.
Is that a good thing?
Okay.
So is Cage the Elephant.
So is Johnny Depp.
So is Inbreds.
Why you got to go there?
So is bourbon whiskey.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you should watch Exorcism Emily Rose. It's a good one.
I might think about it.
It's a good one. It's based on it's loosely based on Annalise Michel.
Oh,
very loosely,
very loose,
I believe.
Well, Annalise had how many demons in her? 17, of course, or 70 some odd demons.
No, it was 9.
9 demons.
He was 9.
So of course she
Or
was
like
loose.
7 or 6 or
She was
something. Like
loose.
5, 4,
She
3,
was
2,
a
1.
demonic hoe.
Gangbang.
I mean,
She's the Piper Perry of possessed
all,
people.
all the demons took a turn.
So she's the neighborhood bike.
Yes.
Everybody had a ride.
But this happened in church while people were actually there doing their church
there was like a sermon going
no,
on?
No, Catholic churches are open.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't like your
I thought you meant like it was like
Pentecostals or
fucking Christmas mass, and she
No.
walked in like,
No, this was during the day where people, were lighting their candles, doing all their shit. I'm not Catholic.
doing whatever that shit is.
Yeah. But apparently Catholic churches are pretty much open 24 hours a day, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. They're always open for business. They're the 7-Elevens of fucking churches. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think the big ones are.
But the visitors basically reported a young woman started going crazy. She started screaming, attacking the priest, and speaking in, strange languages like most accounts of exorcism possession goes.
So you're possessed if you speak in tongues,
Yeah.
but as long as you're wearing a overpriced suit and you're in a hot church
It's
in the
perfectly
South,
acceptable.
it's okay.
Yeah. And eventually we'll get to it, but the police got called. The police and paramedics and probably fire department, they all show up. They all got to join the party.
Well, yeah,
They
you
couldn't
gotta,
get in.
You got to cover your ass.
The doors were locked. So,
Demonically or physically?
physically by the priest. We'll get into it though.
Is it one of those ones where they run up and they go, head boss, and it goes, oh,
But
and there's nobody there.
A lot of, whenever we always take a little bit of you get both sides with us. You get,
Mostly the real side.
we look at these very open-minded to where I do believe there are possession of some sort is a thing. But there's also, you have to take into account the mental illness aspect of the story.
Yeah, 99% of that shit's schizophrenia.
We'll cover it's like the UAP or UFO phenomenon. 90% of it is shit we have that we don't know about, top secret shit. There's a 10% chance of something actually being ET related or whatever.
So aliens and demonic possession are like STDs. Most of it's stuff we already know exists. We already know it's there. It's fine. It's not hurting anybody. But the other 10%,
Well,
ooh boy,
that is a horrible example because
get the penicillin.
Because you and I are two people that don't have to worry about STDs.
Yeah.
You got to be in the position to contract.
Oh no, I use a lot of public toilets, which is a myth. I wouldn't say I use a lot of public toilets.
Anyway, all right. Let's get a little bit of the background of this family. There's not a lot to get into, just for the mere fact it happened in December of 2021, so it hasn't been that long, and the female has never been named. This did reach the media. It is a documented case, but her name has not been released to the public, so
That's probably for the best.
we can't do a full rundown on the family in the background. But a woman reported to be somewhere between 26 and 28 had a history of troubling behavior. The family members had previously sought religious help in the past. The mother in this is very religious, like most families. The mother is uber religious, and the father's like, not so much.
And what kind of area is this?
It's in Italy.
Like, do we know if it's like in a city or is it like more of a rural environment? Do we know?
That I don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
Because it already kind of sounds like this girl just had a mental illness.
Well, that is a big thing of the story, and that's going to cover a lot of this episode. Now, the family members, like I said, had kind of sought out some religious help in the past, or the mother had. Nothing really came of that. One priest later told media she had already been seen by an exorcist in Verona. Okay, suggesting an ongoing problem rather than a one-off flare-up. So this was something that had been going or festering for, I would assume, years at this point. Now, inside the family, this is where things get a little bit dicey. there seemed to be a disagreement about the root cause of these episodes. The mother believed the root problem was demonic. Her daughter was being possessed by something evil, something dark.
Satan.
The father and brother suspected more psychiatric problems.
She probably just like put something weird on her spaghetti and her mom got mad.
All right.
She's like, she's possessed. She put the ketchup on my spaghetti. It's a perfect spaghetti.
So for some reason, one day things, I guess, were getting a little out of hand. We'll call her Jane Doe.
They got into a fight over Mario 64.
Yeah, probably. The family decided, I should say the mother most likely decided hey, we're going to take the daughter to the local shrine, religious shrine, church, I guess.
The fact that it's a tiny Italian woman makes it so much better in my head. The bitch is crazy. We go see the priest.
You don't want to fuck with them.
I hit her with the rolling pin 5 times, and still she bite.
So the family arrives at the Monte Berico shrine, which in my research has kept coming up shrine. I'm going to say church. Shrine.
Did you look at a picture of it?
Fuck no.
I'll look it up. Now I'm curious. I have a feeling it just sounds like this is out there. This doesn't sound like it's like in a suburb of Rome. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm sure it's a city. Verona is a city in Italy. I'm pretty sure. And
fucking bunch of mobsters.
It doesn't. It's in northern Italy, so it's not the most populated. It's not Rome, but it's like Hamilton, Ohio, probably.
Monte Berico. Oh, that's a whole ass church.
Did I not say fucking church?
I just don't see what the shrine is.
Well, I don't know whether the Catholic Church says something about church being a shrine. I don't know.
It's got a tower and shit.
But the family went to seek confessional help. So I guess confessing that you're possessed is the step one of the exorcism.
So exorcism's like alcoholism and drug addiction.
You have to admit
the first step to treatment is admitting you have a problem.
That's very possible. Now, this...
I'm just imagining like possessed people in a circle, like they're at AA meetings, and they're like, Petunia, would you like to share? I'll kill all your babies and eat their fucking genitals and spit them onto your dead, fresh grave. Like, thank you.
I mean, hi, my name's Phil. I've been possessed for 15 hours and 17 minutes.
Hi, my name's Travis, and I don't believe in demons, but y'all bitches can possess these nuts.
Anyway, like I said, the family showed up at the church. They went to the confessional area.
It just made me think of that's what made me start laughing in the intro was you talk about like the woman screaming in confessional. I'm like, she ain't possessed. She getting that dick.
Things suddenly escalate once she's in the... I didn't really find out. I'm assuming she was in the actual box. For lack of...
Yeah.
I don't know where you see them in the movies. I've never been...
They slide the thing. Like, say 5 Hail Marys and you'll be forgiven for fucking...
I'm assuming...
Statutory.
As soon as the old padre opened up the little sliding door and said, whatever they say, confess your sins, motherfucker. I don't know.
Like, Father, I'm guilty of statutory activities. You hang out with the priest, with the Father Statutory this weekend, yes?
But apparently, once this happens, things start going awry. Screaming. Apparently, the girl was being blasphemic. Apparently,
saying "God damn it,"
probably
all that shit,
taking the Lord's name in vain.
Doing the old.
I learned something.
The old Linda Blair crucifix.
I learned something. What was I listening to or watching about blasphemy?
Our everyday life.
It's not necessarily what. It's not words. It's like saying "goddamn" isn't necessary. That's not what. That's what we've been told. But it's more your actions. It's not verbal. It's more your actions.
I
mean, it's the internet. could be full of shit.
So you could stub your toe and be like, Jesus, fuck me, Christ, and that's okay. But like, if you
as long as you don't mock the crucifixion, I guess that's no, I don't know. I'm joking.
Who doesn't? Those kids were doing the fucking T-pose shit all over the internet a couple years.
You all right?
Did you hear that?
No. I hear the dryer, and I hear the fan.
Oh, was that the buzzer for the dryer?
Probably.
Oh.
No, I generally keep the buzzer off.
It sounded like a almost like an electrical buzz.
Maybe we're being possessed. Fuck, I don't know. But anyway, where was I?
I hate it because I feel like anybody who does watch this is probably like, these fucking idiots think I'm... But no, like, anytime I fucking do that, it's because I actually do hear something. I'm not saying that it's a ghost. Like, it probably was just
I think
something. I just want to make sure we're not going to die.
You know, we could end up, blown to high heaven. Anyway,
Sick.
In the confessional, she started, like I said, taking the Lord's name in vain, probably is what they're referring to, and also convulsing, so kind of having some sort of seizure episode. Witnesses described the girl's voice changed, and she spoke in other language.
Dude, that's the crazy, morosely cool shit about these stories.
Right.
Is if you ever catch audio of that shit's fucking... It sounds really terrible to say it's cool, but I guess compelling would be a better word to
Right,
use.
that makes it a little bit more... the exorcism or possession topic, whenever they start speaking in different voices, which there has been sign people can do that. That's not 100% proof of anything. But speaking in different voices, different tones, I guess, spontaneously like that, and speaking in other languages, like I believe it's in Latin is one of the languages the girl started speaking. Now,
it's not that crazy.
If you hear me, if I start speaking of a different tone and more coherent, and you can understand me, but I start speaking a different language, odds are I'm possessed.
You'd immediately
I could barely speak English.
You'd immediately be able to tell I was faking it if it was Latin. Because I would just say e pluribus unum and fucking et tu brute over and over again.
I guess
that wasn't it. That was not what I heard.
I can't,
because what I heard was not that loud.
You must have put the signal. I always kept it off.
I've never fucked with it.
I don't know.
I think it depends on which setting you use.
Oh. Anyway,
fucking technology.
But when they start speaking in different languages, especially if it's a language now, especially in the United States, in foreign countries, they're more educated than us. Let's be honest, kids. Most people speak multiple languages.
That's true.
Here in the U.S., we don't.
Especially like Italy and shit like that is so adjacent to Latin still. Like I said, I only know how to say two things in Latin.
No,
and it's whatever they put on money and the one line that everybody remembers from Julius Caesar. Et tu Brute. You too, Brutus.
Now, at some point during the convulsions, during this manic episode that witnesses are seeing, she apparently actually assaults the friar. So
that's what you're there for.
I picture her putting her hand through the little fucking window, grabbing his ass and pulling.
It certainly seems that basically priests are doctors and friars are nurses. They're the nurses of God.
Or I didn't really understand whether it was inside the confessional booth or it had moved outside, which is very plausible in my. This bitch was going crazy.
She's fucking.
And they said, get on out. And as they were getting out, the priest came out his side, or the friar came out his side.
Boondock Saints.
Once again, never seen that movie either.
You got to see Boondock Saints.
I have no desire.
It's so good. It's not like a great film, but it's a great movie.
Now, once she attacked the friar, shit got real. That's when the friars
started beating the fuck out of her. They're just stomping her out.
That's when the friars evacuated the facility, told all the parishioners, whoever was in the auditorium, I guess, get the fuck on out.
You must leave. We have to stomp and fuck the demons out of this girl.
They shut the door and barred it to contain the situation and begin formal prayers.
Why does every church have that old school ability door where you can like close the door and like every church in the movies?
Oh, we got that on the front door.
Do we?
Yeah, at the top.
No, they have like they're always like, get the fucking 8x8 to lock the door.
Now, some of the parishioners that were evacuated out of the church did what any sane person would do. They
Got
called
on social media.
they called the popo. So police and ambulances were called by witnesses. Authorities remained outside while the clergy continued to recite the prayers and rite of whatever they do
Of
inside
exorcism.
the church.
It must be nice to be clergy. The only people that can be like, it's the policia. We need to come in aside to check on the girl. It's okay. We do an exorcism. We open door when we're done. Okay. Take your time. We eat the spaghetti.
Now, this kind of started the civil religious standoff that was going on.
There's probably some fucking dumb people out there on fucking Instagram Live talking shit outside the church.
Now, obviously, once things escalated and the church was locked down, went to lockdown,
Church equals prison.
the clergy obviously got on the phone. Said, hey, we got a situation brewing over here
Yeah. My
at
my head's,
Bertoni.
my head's just fucking going wild when you said that. When they locked the doors and the priest, all I saw was like that giant wooden post locking the door, and then you turn around and all the friars in their shitty little brown burlap robes, like the robes off, and they got like blade outfits on, and they're like, it's the time to exercise. And
They
then,
at this point they got on the horn and they started to mobilize the clergy. They called the official exorcist of the area, I guess, Father. It's Italian. Go ahead and you read the name.
Father Carlo Rosato, or no, it's Father Giuseppe Bernardi.
It's called the lead the right.
And
They bring old Bernardo and Bernardi,
Giuseppe
and they also call Father
Carlo Rosato.
Rosato. That one I could have got.
See, especially like the dude that's in charge, Giuseppe. Do you think that it was like a movie when they called him? Like it was like Constantine, like he was just like drunk and like had like a hooker on his lap and shit and like that. And he's just like, yes, I saved the girl. I must go. And he like does the fucking cross on the hooker's forehead. And he's just like butt naked with a rosary tattooed around his neck, down his chest. And he's just like, it's time to do the work of God.
So at this point we have two fathers now.
Played by Russell Crowe.
We have two fathers, and the stories recount 2 or 3 friars partook in the giving of the exorcist rite.
A holy gangbang.
Exorcism rite, I guess.
That's why she got possessed. She has 2 fathers.
Now, the friars' main job apparently in this,
Shut the fuck up and stand there.
well, and assist. They were the nurses. They assist and to do physical restraint.
Friar, my balls are sweaty. Please dab them off for me. Physical restraint. Tie her up.
Now, we know from witness accounts before the shit got locked down, there were 4 friars in the area or in the sanctuary. So
Already. Like
So,
manning the station.
bringing in these 2 fathers, these 2 priests to do the right, that my English or my American math, that tells me
Freedom units.
somewhere between 5 and 6 people.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm reading. I mean, I'm sure there was probably like other straggler, like I don't know. Well, no, if there's friars, I don't think there's nuns.
now this
I don't think that they
that might
cross-pollinate friars and nuns.
I don't
Speaking
know.
of, while it's on my mind, do you think that the confessional booth is the origin of the glory hole?
Where the fuck do you come up with
Think
this?
about it. They've been doing it for hundreds of years.
If
You
not
just go
thousands,
into
probably.
a private little room with somebody on the other side of a wall. Theoretically, I would believe that was the first place that some dude drilled a hole in the wall. He's like, oh, what is the hole for? It's for your cock. You tell them if you want to go to heaven, you pleasure the priest, and you put in the bird.
This is why we're going to hell.
It's not a far-fetched thought.
I will say this.
You just don't even drill a hole. You just jam it through that fucking mesh.
It is very possible that the inventor of the glory hole did take some inspiration from the confessional booth. I'm not saying that the confessional booth was the first glory hole area. It is very possible.
It's believable
that the inventor of the glory hole was a devout Catholic. I will say that.
I would almost say probable. They tend to like anonymity when they do things.
Getting to this next part, this is where we know the Vatican and the Holy Roman Church is getting with the times. They use technology.
They live streamed it.
They use technology. Reports describe, like I said, the 4 friars are there. We got 2 priests, 4 friars. Possible. According to some accounts, exorcists from other dioceses were contacted for remote prayer advice
on FaceTime
via video.
They FaceTimed them. They had a Zoom meeting of a
So now
session.
we know. Now we truly know what the friars were there. They were holding the phones.
You got 2 priests doing an exorcism, some friars. You got some fucking JBL speakers hooked up to some shitty old iPhones with some more prayers, and then you got one of the friars just standing awkwardly in front of a webcam, and he's like, oh, in nomine Dei Patris Spiritus Sancti. Thank you, Mark Conway, for the 3 months subscribe. Oh, thank you. Thank for roses. Thank for roses. TikTok at Friar Demon Kill.
All right. So I think that's very, at least they're getting with the times. They got electricity. They got
the playlist for live stream is copyright.
Okay, now let's talk about exorcism.
I don't know why the friar sounds like Borat. It just kind of happened that way.
Now, if you're looking at a timeline, the ritual begins late morning.
That's like 4 PM for Italian. That's bedtime for us.
Somewhere around 11 o'clock. We'll get to it, though. The friars, the exorcists, repeat the church formal commands, which, whatever that is.
I cast thee out, demon, in the name of Lord Jeebus Christmas. I saw a video of a kid walking through Walmart with his parents, and they walked by the Halloween aisle, and he's like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and the mom's like, that's right, and then he yanks her, and he's like, pumpkin, and I was like, I hope that's fake. I'm sorry, I can't stand people that hide behind religion to take away Halloween from their kids.
Well,
it's the demon's holiday, bitch. So fucking Christmas is a pagan holiday, but you turn that into Jesus' fucking birthday. Shut up. Let your kids go have candy and run around with their friends and be mischievous. It's good for them. You don't let them do that, and then you wonder why they're a bunch of fucking little panty-waist pussies when they get to be older. You hand them a screwdriver, and they're like, oh, what am I, what? That happened this week. Somebody asked me for a screwdriver. They called it a screw thingy. And I said, you're going to die young.
That could be a screwdriver, could be a penis, it could be a lot of shit. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific.
I don't know. It's like, oh, I can figure out anything on an iPhone, but I can't fucking change the batteries in my remote. Or God forbid you expect somebody under the age of 25 to change a tire.
Oh, hell no.
Jesus Christ.
That's what AAA is for, damn it. Anyway, where was I at?
I guess.
Okay, during this formal commands, power of Christ compels thee kind of bullshit, I guess. I don't know.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Order the fucking dominoes. We've been here for 9 hours.
The woman or young lady resists. She throws her little temper tantrums with bouts of force and outburst.
Hit him with one of those.
I did not hear that her fucking head spun around, but hopefully...
If your head spins around, are you possessed?
I would think so.
Or if it doesn't spin around, are you even possessed? No. It doesn't count. You're just a fucking poser.
But like I said from the start from what you can tell from the thumbnail, this thing lasted 9 hours. These 2 priests and 3 to 4 fucking friars were in there getting busy for 9 freaking hours.
You know how much food you can cook with 4 friars?
Okay. But so basically from 11 o'clock to approximately 8:30. So a little over 9 hours. What was that? 9.5 hours.
They had to have eaten.
Somebody
had to bring some.
Somebody DoorDash some shit.
Somebody brought some braciole and lasagna. We get the pizza pie.
Now,
You take a lunch break. The girl's in the background, like bleeding from her mouth, and they're all just sitting there like, "Is a good pizza, yes? Do you get the Diet Coke? I don't do the sugars."
throughout the afternoon, reports described alternating waves of struggle and prayer. So, which sounds like a normal exorcism.
Oh, I thought from the girl. I was like,
well, yeah, from the girl was struggling. She'd take a break. You can't struggle for 9.5 hours straight. You got to come in waves.
well, she just has Tourette's.
That's for 9 hours ago. Jesus.
I pray to thee, Father. I love thee so much. You've given me so much faith and a happy fuck.
The evening resolution. So obviously 9 hours into
Glory hole.
9 hours into this, around 8:30, she collapsed into a deep sleep. The clergy, these brain rocket scientists, these brilliant minds of religious fodder,
These dudes that wear fucking cloaks
they
in
interpret this
2021.
as the turning point in the exorcism. Or that even demons get tired.
Haven't you ever heard of the calm before the storm?
Yeah, I know. After the collapse,
Bill Pullman would tell you otherwise. Or Bill Paxton. Whichever one was in Twister. Bill Paxton. wasn't it?
actually, this was the end of the exorcism.
When you said actually, I thought you were going to go into like a trivia of the movie Twister. I'm not going to. Like, actually, Bill Pullman pulled it down.
It's Bill Paxton, not Bill Pullman.
He Paxton that dick into fucking.
Hey,
What's the blonde lady that was famous for like 2
Helen
years?
Hunt.
You know what Hunt rhymes with?
Yes.
Bunt cake.
The old Porky's joke
Damn.
phone call.
Is our house gonna fucking? Are we getting 3 fucking pigged right now? Is our house about to get blown down?
If it does, hopefully.
There's only 2. I don't know. I'm pretty big. 2.5 pigs in here. Fuck off, wolf.
Anyway, where was that?
Oh, the dog. 3. Fuck.
But basically, once she falls into deep sleep, or falls asleep, basically, because after 9 hours, it's tiring.
Once she succumbed to the rear naked choke that they had her in.
They interpret this, like I said, as the turning point, and it was pretty much over.
She got to sleep. It's fine now.
We're done.
Look, she all tuck it out.
At this point, the family members who were there, the parents, the mother and the father, and the brother, escort her home.
Well, yeah. Just make her walk by herself.
No, they take her.
Like, no, we have a birthday to go to. You go by yourself. Try not to bite anyone.
This is where we're going to start talking. We're going to base the rest of this probably episode on
Reality.
mental health, and media coverage, and just
Glory
kind of,
holes.
because of the locked fucking doors.
Who the fuck knows?
Right. There's very few people who can recount what actually happened in those 8.5 hours or 9.5 hours.
Which they could have avoided if they had gone to twitch.tv / Monte
If they would've filmed the
Berico
whole fucking
fucking
thing.
exorcism church.
Release the fucking tapes. Obviously, they were FaceTiming. There's some fucking video somewhere. God damn it. Anyway,
And that's when the truth would come out. That's when the pizza delivery would happen or something like that.
Now,
Like, it's all intense, and you just have one guy doing a cheese pull in the background.
now Father Risotto. Risotto. That's what I'm calling him.
Risotto's a dish.
No, that's what I'm calling him, though. I mean, we could be
Rosato.
same fucking thing. I said it with an American accent.
No, because risotto is not a fucking a rice dish.
It's risotto right there. I'm reading it. Risotto. That's what I'm calling his ass. Because he characterized this as a real possession. So he can be called risotto now.
Okay.
Okay?
Fair enough. Fuck it.
But he cautioned that a full liberation of a demon is a process. It's not instantaneous like this. So basically, he was covering his ass.
He Rob Schneidered it.
Yes.
Chuck and Larry. It's a circle. It never ends.
He was
Don't have
basically,
corner.
he must be getting paid by the hour because Exorcist, he's saying it's not over. This is just the first step. So you're going to have to come back for more treatment.
So they were like, have a lovely evening, have a good walk home. And then like it was that moment before the screen goes dark and all the priests and friars like looked at each other. And then it went, the end?
Now,
Question mark.
Father Chef Boyardee here obviously was wrong because I could not find any other documentations about a recurrence.
Father Ricotta cheese.
Yes. So obviously he was wrong, or this girl is still possessed.
Or she's just
still
crazy.
mentally ill.
Yeah.
Still has some psychiatric problems. Okay, the media coverage of this is really what blew this fucking up.
Excuse me.
Now,
twinning. We both cleared our throat at the same time.
Oh, nice.
So simpatico.
Naturally, this was covered by local and national press in Italy, and even over time, the international press picked this up. But that's not what really blew this up. But things like Business Insider, The Times, Latin Times, and Newsweek all...
Business Insider?
Which, why the fuck are they... How slow is a Newsweek for Business Insider if they're covering an exorcism?
Right. They're like, oh, we not sell a lot of tomato. The cheese go down in the stock market.
But there has been
That'd be French.
There has been a rising volume of exorcisms requests in Italy up to this point, and even this year. In 2022, they were starting to talk of overloaded exorcists. Basically, they're working too fucking much. They need a vacation time. Now, in 1999, the Vatican issued an update on mental health testing, which we've discussed this in...
For the priests or for
the
subjects?
Subjects.
Probably, honestly, both would probably be a good thing.
Well, we discussed, especially, I think, in the one, what was it, Gabriel Amuth or whatever.
Amarth.
Whatever, the goat of exorcism.
Yeah.
I think Risotto, old Chef Boyardee, was actually trained by...
I'm pretty sure Rigatoni over here.
Is that... Am I being offensive? Fuck it, I don't care if I am.
Oh, God forbid we're offensive. We've never been offensive once in the history of these recordings.
Nobody's watching this shit right now anyway. And I'll edit it out.
We've never said gay or retarded. Ever.
I've never said it on the airwaves.
That bullshit. Yes, you have.
Anyway.
No, I think it's okay to call Italian people Italian foods. I mean, like, you know, it's just like a Chinese guy walks down the street. Like, is it racist to be like, "What's up, chow mein?"
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, your sister's very nice, but I can't do it. She's a little egg foo young for my taste.
All right. Now, the official Vatican policy states that exorcists must rule out mental health or physical illness before declaring a demonic possession.
And how would they do that without a mental health professional?
Well, we're going to get to that.
Well, no, because I know they have doctors present for a lot of these, but do they have mental health professionals present for a lot of them? Or at least like a social worker of sorts?
We'll cover it.
God, I'm good.
The text urges the priest should not readily believe that someone is possessed by the devil. They must ascertain that the signs and consult with necessary experts in the medical and psychiatric field.
Yes, 100%.
Now, in 2014, Pope Francis publicly affirmed that the legitimacy of exorcism, but also urged bishops to appoint trained priests who collaborate with the psychiatrists, people in the psychiatric field, and actual doctors.
I wonder if this... I'm trying to think of the timeline. Because this is evil.
What?
This is evil. The show.
Show?
If you think about it.
Well, there's an actual... We're going to talk about something right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when evil started, so, like, I wonder if that... No, evil had to have started before this.
Oh, what did I say? 2014? Yeah, 2014. That's 9 years ago.
Oh, yeah, ago. No, see, I was thinking about the case we were talking about. Yeah, no, this could totally be just like an inspiration for that show ended terribly.
Well, we'll talk about...
You know, that show that started really good and then fucking sucked for like a season and a half?
Yeah, the last season and a half.
When there's little imaginary demons running around and some old bitch was hitting them with shovels.
Some old nun.
That, dude, if that was its own separate show, that nun... Hilarious.
Hilarious, but in the context of that one,
that would have been...
I just enjoyed the sexual tension between the
black and the white.
The black priest.
You like that incoming Oreo baby?
And she wasn't even that hot.
You were sitting there singing the song even though you never seen Archer that was on Archer's ringtone, Mulatto Butts. Mulatto, black ass mama, white ass daddy.
Oh, weird.
It might be reversed. It might be white ass mama, black ass daddy.
No, I had a point I wanted to make. You made me forget it. Fuck.
Pope John Francis.
Well, it'll come to me. Now, that's what it was. Now, we just spoke before this little offshoot of topic that in 2014, Pope Francis affirmed that bishops needed to basically train priests
to do it right,
and to seek counsel in people with basically a psychiatric degree or doctors.
Right.
Okay. Now,
which should have been a thing ever since those professions became a thing.
Right. Now, what did I not mention in the beginning of this podcast?
Glory holes.
No, we mentioned glory holes, but
Father Ricotta.
There was no doctors. They just jumped right into the exorcism.
Yeah, they were just like, close the doors. Now, we exercise.
Now this, and like I said in the beginning, this wasn't the first bout. The family had reached out for help from the church before this episode. So they had to be aware of what was going on, that there was some kind of issue,
that there's something happening.
So why in the bloody hell did...
Oh, how international of you.
Hey, I'm an equal opportunity kind of guy. Why
start talking like one of those Indian immigrants in India or in like the UK?
Yeah.
You bloody bastard bitch, I fuck you bloody raw.
But why when the family showed up to the church that day, wasn't the first time they talked to him.
Wasn't their first rodeo.
Exactly. So obviously there was church intervention before, the church was made aware. Why didn't we start the process of saying, hey, this hooker might be a bit crazy. Let's get a fucking shrink in this bitch and see what the fuck's going on. Get a doctor up in this hoe house.
Well said. I'm sure that's exactly the verbiage that these priests would have used.
Maybe Rona's in the hood. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Never been to Italy.
He's just been
to Greece, not to Italy.
I don't know how I feel about the new father. He listened to it too short.
Well, my point is...
That'd be great. That'd be a great sermon.
I think this was a fucking hate exorcism.
Like a hate crime?
Kind of, because...
Against
basically
mentally ill people?
No. Here's what happened.
Against the system?
This is my opinion of what happened. Okay?
Hit me.
The female was in the confessional, got all kinds of vulgar, and
she turned down the sexual advances of the friar. She closed the glory hole on his penis.
She got personal. Those outbursts were a little personal.
She door stopped his dick when he stuck it through. Spurr.
She probably got physical, and it pissed off the friars. So they said, "Fuck this bitch."
You think a woman can beat me?
Lock the fucking doors, Padre.
Lock the doors. We beat her. We will beat out the demons.
So I'm kind of thinking they got pissed off and just went right into hardcore, rough exorcism mode.
They're just trying to leave, and the priest's standing there with that scowl on his face as they lock the door behind them, and they walk. Giuseppe,
all right,
tell the dominoes to come to the side door. We're going to be here for a while.
Where am I at? Oh shit, we still got a little bit to go.
But she wasn't by herself though either.
No, she was with her mother, father, and brother.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, you'd think one of them would be like, "I don't think it's necessary." They choke her with rosary. Not necessary. Kind of hot, but
let's get back to this whole.
My Italian accent's just getting worse and worse as we go. It was already very stereotypical and offensive. I might as well have just been like, "Oh, wahoo! It's me, Mario."
Okay, 2014. Let's recap. Pope Francis affirmed the legitimacy of exorcism and said, basically, get some fucking doctors in here before you do a full-on exorcism.
Yeah, before we get another lawsuit.
That same year, the Vatican formally recognized.
What? The Vatican
formally recognized the International Association of Exorcists.
Fuck off.
The IAE.
No, you don't get an association of exorcists.
Which comes into...
If anything, you get to be the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Which comes into evil. That's basically...
Oh, yeah, that like little cabal of bad Catholics.
Yeah, but basically, at the time of this, they formally recognized it. When the Vatican did, it already had 250 members worldwide and gave it canonical or conical, whatever that fucking
Canonical.
that religious word.
It has something to do with the canoe.
It gave it basically religious. It ordained it or gave it religious standing in the church.
Yeah, so now you have to listen to it.
Now, the IAE guidelines stress that true possession should be a diagnosed after medical, neurological, and psychological evaluations fail to explain the behavior.
What a stupid definition.
What do you,
Canonical, according to or ordered by canon law. The fuck is a canon law?
it's the religious order, I guess. I don't know.
Stupid.
Okay.
Irreverent.
Now, there
Or
were
irrelevant.
actually, like I said earlier, there has been a boom in exorcism, probably because of the show Evil. Made it a little bit more
Yeah.
hip.
Even I watched all of that.
I did
I don't
too. I
watch
enjoyed
all of very many shows anymore.
But there was an exorcism boom from 2018 to 2020, as reported. Or I'm sorry, the request for possession, exorcism because of possession, spiked, especially in Italy and Poland. Don't ask me why.
Poland.
Now, the Vatican.
A lot of far right stuff going on in Poland.
I don't keep up with Poland politics. Now, the Vatican obviously was worried because doing an exorcism from every movie I've ever seen is a pretty good fucking workout. It ain't just, it's not easy.
Yeah, you're not Fat Thor in an exorcism.
No, it takes a little bit of time. It takes a little effort. It's like a good fucking cardio workout.
You're not doing an exorcism in a lazy boy.
No.
So
So
fucking pretty. That'd be good too. That'd be a good movie scene.
with the exorcism boom that was going on pre 2020, from 18 to 20, the Vatican was really concerned about burnout from The Exorcist. They were working them fucking too hard. I would want to be there for that fucking meeting.
It'd be at a bar. It'd be like how every like major city police station has like that bar that's under the train tracks that they hang out at, where they're like, this is the only place we hang out because it's the only place that we can punch black guys in the alley and they don't call the cops because we're already here.
This is where the split is starting to happen, I would say. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name.
Monsignor Cesar Turqui.
A Swiss exorcist trained under Father Gabriel Amuth, who we've covered on this podcast.
Yeah.
He publicly stated that half of those who come to us and request an exorcism don't need an exorcism.
They need a shrink.
They need a psychiatrist, and that's it.
Yeah. And some fucking like Valium.
But this case in 2021 kind of reignited the public and clerical conversation about mental health and consulting with mental health officials or professionals. The Diocese of Verona and
Vicenza.
Where this case occurred, reportedly began requiring a medical clearance letter from a doctor before granting a permission of a full exorcism. So they had to get a permission.
I have to get the exercise. Do you have your doctor's note?
Which, you know,
I can't give you the time off without the doctor's note.
It's kind of funny when you say it out loud, but that's basically what we've been saying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, kudos to the church for this.
Prescription exorcism. An RXX. RX exorcism.
Now, when it comes to exorcism, like especially we'll take this case, this escalated quickly, and we talk about
rather unnecessarily.
We talk about this in paranormal and ghost hunting all the time, is confirmation bias.
Yeah.
So in this particular scenario, or this situation, it escalated so quickly that I can see how all the friars that were present kind of got carried away, and confirmation bias took over.
Yeah.
It was automatically a demon. It was a demonic possession. And then when you call in a priest that's their job to exorcise demons from individuals.
Exorcise the demons.
especially in this scenario, they're kind of getting called. Hey, we got a rush job here. we got a live one right now. It's on the line.
The exorcist is just like brushing fucking Cheeto dust off his chest. He's like, fuck, I have to go to work.
So
where's my keys for my Vespa scooter?
How inclined is that exorcist when coming into the situation to evaluate it properly? They're automatically thinking exorcism.
They walk into the dollar bills, y'all. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. It's basically religious priming. People who are exposed to evil.
Ooh. I like that term. Yeah.
Exposed to evil, imaginary or real, whatever, are 3 times more likely to interpret behavior as demonic. I got that from where did I get that? I know I wrote that down where I got. That was a study done, I think, in Italy. The group settings amplify the bias called collective suggestibility. How did I not write that down? It was a study done, I believe it was in Italy, did a study where they're basically, when you focus in on something, just like evil or ghost hunting, you're more likely to experience it. And we've said this on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
When, if you go in looking for it, odds are your brain's going to trick you into seeing it.
Yeah. 100%.
Same thing goes here. If you go in looking for a demon or a demonic possessed person, odds are you're going to lean that way anyway, instead of looking at it critically with a real critical eye.
Yeah.
That's why I think even exorcists should be a little skeptical. And call bullshit every now and then.
Yeah, 100%. Otherwise, you have all this other bullshit that happens where people are like, "Is she die? It's not our fault because we're Catholic. We are religion. We run all. We are all." They just start speaking without an accent out of nowhere. It's not our fault. We work for Vatican. We try to do the best. We run everything. You will be our fucking minions. The blood will flow, or the rivers will flow red with the blood in it, whatever that fucking Chicago album said backwards in Little Nicky. No? You remember that? They're trying to play Ozzy Osbourne backwards, and he was like, "Gentlemen." And it was a Chicago album, and it started playing. He was like, they were like, "I fucking hate Chicago." And he's like, "In the name of Lucifer, slaughter the innocent."
Like I stated earlier, the friars kicked all the people in the church at the time out the door. Gave them the boot. Locked the door.
Go now, get.
And proceeded to start praying over this girl. This causes a problem. So, like I said earlier, the only witnesses we have are the religious folk and the family. Because the girl ain't witnessing shit. She's experiencing.
And in a case like this, you can't, at least a portion of the family reaction is probably going to be skewed or just straight up directed by the church.
Right. So this poses a problem on why there's not a lot of information here. There's not a lot of eyewitness accounts. The
should have live streamed it.
The escalation there is, but once they kick people out, it kind of cuts the media flow. Now we have to speculate what went on, because the church isn't going to say a lot of shit. They're not going to be forthcoming with.
Yeah, they're just gonna change the subject and then move the priests to another country.
Locking the doors here's I have a I don't know if I have a problem, but I find it that police are called, the ambulances show up. They have a duty to see what the fuck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that shit would have happened in Chicago, you think those cops would have just said, "Okay, hold on. Let's wait this out." I think they probably would have kicked the fucking door in.
Yeah. They'd be like, get the battering ram. This is a white church. We got to get in there.
I mean, I find it very hard to believe that. I don't know about police officers in Italy. However, I am aware of here in America, they aren't the most patient people.
Not always.
They show up, they want to do the job and get back. You're telling me for 9 hours the paramedics and the police waited outside,
Just chilling.
just
They're playing Go Fish on the back of the ambulance.
listen to a podcast. Probably not this one.
Fucking doing Tai Chi.
No, there's no video that we know of. I'm sure there is. The Vatican ain't coming off of it because of the FaceTime. Maybe we should get Zuckerberg, see if we can.
Elon can find it.
But there's no medical examination. The paramedics didn't get a chance at this time. And this to evaluate the girl. And here's my I was under the assumption from my research that the paramedics and police were there the whole time. You're telling me the police just fucking at 8:30 when this supposedly ended, they picked the girl up, her family, and just walked out the door and went home.
Right. Like a movie.
What
Like how like somebody like murders an entire house worth of people, but they're bad people, so at the end they just walk away and there's no resolution.
So I don't think the police stayed the whole fucking time.
Probably not.
I think they'd have some questions.
They're probably in the cafe across the street having scones and fucking wine.
This kind of throws me off on this story. So how much of it is bullshit?
Most of it.
I mean, I don't doubt this happened, but I don't think the cops and paramedics aren't going to let the parents just take the girl out. They're going to have to, the paramedics at least would have to examine her.
Right. At that point, you would, like, it would be like a wellness check, if nothing else.
Now,
that's fucking kidnapping.
Actually, well, I know here in America it is. I don't know about laws in other countries, but
there's no such thing in Italy. It's just, you just take them.
The Sicilian mom doesn't allow that shit.
They're like, why are you taking my child? He need a spaghetti.
I came across this in my studies of this. Very limited.
Your studious studies?
Yes. And it makes a lot of sense to me. If this is a mental health issue, which I think, like we said, a lot of this is. Now, does the demon cause the mental health, or is the mental health cause the demon? It's kind of the chicken or the egg kind of thing. I don't know.
Which came first, the exorcism patient or the priest?
Probably the priest.
Definitely the priest.
Is
that what it would be? An exorcism? Would they be a patient? Subject, I guess.
Right. If this is a mental, or the people that are having mental health issues who actually believe they are possessed, placebos work, kids. How many people have
give them holy water pills,
or given they run a placebo test on every experiment.
Yeah, they basically do a placebo test by if you get executed by firing range.
I don't know how that would work.
They put blanks in like X amount of the guns, so none of them know for a fact that they killed the person.
Right. But
it's placebo.
Not where I'm going with this.
Like a reverse placebo. It's a obicalp.
What harm is there in doing an exorcism to somebody who is mentally ill or is having a psychotic break, who believes they are actually possessed by a demon? If we are getting involved, like Pope Francis decided, dictated that we need medical professionals, psychiatric professionals, let's all get in a huddle, say, hey, we're going to do this exorcism. The subject believes she's possessed. We're going to do this exorcism as a placebo.
Right.
And then we're going to do our thing. We're going to, sit there and chant the power of Christ compels you. We're going to splash some water on her. We're going to speak a little Latin. Okay, doc. Now, when we're done, eventually the bitch is going to get tired.
Yeah, just like they did in this.
Probably going to fall asleep.
Took a little nappy poo.
Now, she thinks she's been exorcised. Now, you pick up the ball there, shrink, and run with this.
Or
it's your turn. We're tagging you in.
Put a VR headset on her and put her in a devil game. Make it worse.
But because basically, if you believe you're possessed, whether you are or you're not, the exorcism is a symbolic therapy, a placebo.
No.
Now, there was a study out of Brazil, Spain in 2017 and Brazil in 2020, found that 60 or to 70% of participants in deliverance prayers reported dramatic improvement even without evidence of supernatural causes. Basically, these people that believe they have something going on, and I've always been a big proponent of the mind is very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And you could probably, I don't want to say heal yourself of a lot, but you could use it to your advantage.
You probably could.
Especially in mental health issues. I'm not a mental health professional.
You're not?
No. I'm not a professional at anything except an asshole. But if you can trick the mind into thinking something, odds are you're pretty good. You might be all right.
Yeah.
I think if 60 and 70% of the people who experience or basically had these deliverance prayers, which I'm assuming is some sort of similar to an exorcism, not an exorcism, but being prayed over by a person of the church, did experience or feel that they got better.
I'm sure they did.
What harm is it?
I'm not opposed to the idea of it. I'm just opposed to automatically being like, devil. It's the devil. It's definitely not fucking type 2 by personality disorder or whatever the fuck.
Now, in these studies, people found relief. It was often coincide with the moment that the exorcist or the person doing the prayer over them declared victory.
Came.
Yes. So if this woman, this 26 to 28-year-old woman, at the end of the 9-hour exorcism collapsed and seemed free.
Oh shit.
It might have been the brain releasing the body from its hypnotic state or whatever mental trigger or whatever mental state she was in. The brain just took it in as a placebo effect. Because like I said, I couldn't find anything of another account. So maybe she was possessed. Or maybe,
it's either that or like it just worked and the demon was like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm fucking going home.
Fuck this. I'm bored. The media, as we all know over the past 5 years, the media fucks up a lot of shit. They make things a lot more difficult than it needs to be.
We're part of the media.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. We do media things.
We don't report news.
Sometimes. Oh, R.I.P. Doug Martin.
Don't even, like I said, I didn't even know who that was.
He was a 2-time Pro Bowler.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
He was the muscle hamster.
Okay, that
was his nickname.
That is not a fucking good nickname.
It was a great nickname for him because he was like short as shit, but he fucking like yoked.
The account originated that a woman behaving erratically. That was how it started. Didn't start with the exorcism. Didn't start with a demon was running loose in northern Italy.
The devil went down to Georgia.
Hey, that short's doing well. It started out small, just being reported as a woman behaving erratically, got a little crazy, had a little episode in a church. Within 48 hours, the language had changed from behaving erratically to possession, exorcism, demon expelled.
Yeah.
These were what.
So basically, we're just diving into the sensationalism of the media.
I mean, there were headlines like 9-hour exorcism, 4 priests struggle to free a woman from the devil.
Oh, yeah, okay, fuck off.
Police and ambulance called but could not enter the church.
Yeah, it was locked. The way the verbiage on that makes it sound like they tried, but there was mysterious forces holding the door up. No, it was a deadbolt was holding the fucking door.
Another headline, a woman collapsed after hours of prayer. Well, yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Because probably bored as shit. Now,
I do hours of anything, I'm collapsing. I didn't do anything today, and I'm probably going to collapse after this.
Well, we're coming to the end. Now, faith-based outlets really played up the possession angle and it caused it to grow more. Of course, any kind of faith-based face or paranormal type accounts like us, I guess, pick it up at that time. It really promoted the possession aspect. And even secular tabloids, though, started to push the paranormal or supernatural aspect of the story.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's going to sell more, get more clicks.
It's interesting.
Then, girl was crazy and...
Yeah, you're gonna get more views from whether you're religious or anti-religious or anything. You're gonna get way more views if you're like, a possessed girl in Italy was locked in a church for 9 hours, rather than being like, a crazy bitched a little bit, and then 9 hours later she went home. Nobody gives a fuck about that headline.
Let me see. Yeah, we are coming down the home stretch. This happened in December of 21. What really caused this story to spread like wildfire was YouTube, TikTok, Facebook algorithms heavily rewarded videos about this topic.
Which is crazy because I don't remember this at all.
I don't either, but I'm sure in Europe,
I mean, I'm not that heavy on TikTok and shit either.
No, I didn't get into TikTok till like 2 years ago.
I remember because you were all like, this TikTok's dumb. And then now every time I walk through the living room, you're on TikTok.
It might be an Instagram reel, motherfucker.
Completely. It's the same thing.
It could be a Facebook reel.
That's literally the same thing.
It's just not TikTok.
Could be a YouTube short.
A YouTube short. I spread my love around. Let's think of timing. What were we doing in December of 2021?
Complaining about COVID.
Coming out of the lockdown from here, we can speak here in America, of 2020 by February of 2021?
Making fun of people for wearing masks still.
But we were still, in December of 2021, people were still wanting you to wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
It was still touch and go about going out and bullshit. I think I had COVID at this time. People, what enabled COVID to be such a bad scenario was people were scared shitless.
Yeah.
That's what enabled everything to happen in that year and even into 2021 to happen, because people were scared shitless.
Yeah, we were going through some shit we didn't know about.
Right. We hadn't done that before, and we didn't know what to think and what to do and how to act. In 2021, it was still touchy. It was you still had to get 5 days if you got tested.
But at that point, it was probably more than that.
Yeah, because I think I had it for 5 days. I think
they've changed it so many times.
But nobody had anything to do.
Yeah,
we were focused so much on our phones, and
all you're doing is just door dashing and jacking off.
Right. And so naturally, this story is going to peak interest and really gain popularity. And of course, it's going to go to the supernatural, because that's more flashy, that's more catchy than a woman with some mental health issues had an episode in a church. Fuck no.
Like I said, nobody gives a fuck about a tabloid that just says crazy lady, crazy ladies. Crazy lady does crazy lady stuff.
Right. Now, I can see how it kind of blew up a little bit and how it kind of took this supernatural turn. Not supernatural turn, but it was really, the supernatural was really emphasized.
Yeah.
On it. Now, there was an aftermath. There was a fallout from this. The church,
nuclear?
No. The church did get a little kickback.
Good.
They had an optics problem after this.
Across all of Catholic,
well,
or regionally, kind of.
Regionally, I'm sure in the Vatican, because of the optics of the situation, locking the doors, it made the church look a little archaic and reckless by locking the doors.
Yeah.
While police wanted to get inside. I mean, this is straight 1700s bullshit.
They pulled the drawbridge and fucking released the crocodiles into the moat.
The public perception reportedly pushed the diocese to re-emphasize the psychological aspect of exorcism.
Good.
So that is a good thing that came out of this.
True.
And like we just spoke about a few minutes ago, none of this shit was done. They just jumped. It was a hate exorcism.
But the question is all of this good that portion of good things that came from it, is it enough in comparison to all of the things that family could have gotten done in that 9-hour period?
Make some fucking spaghetti? What the fuck?
Laundry on a fucking clothes line, I would assume, because I don't think they have modern technology in Europe.
I think they do. I think you're lying there, Travis.
Do they use horses to run it?
No.
Water wheels?
I think they have power plants.
Who knew?
Now this case, it's one of those cases that you don't have to go either way. You and I always go down. We look at both sides and we, are rational about it. It could be this, could be that. It's probably more this, could be, but we don't.
We're opinion fluid.
Yes. Yes. I don't want to know your pronouns there, Travis. I mean, you have to look at everything with a little bit of an open-minded, but also a little skeptical eye.
Yeah, everything should be that way all the time.
It's a dance. You have to let that line straddle your nutsack.
You got to do a little salsa before you start twerking. You got to do the Cupid shuffle before you do the electric slide, and you better not do the electric slide until you up, let go. Let me see that tootsie roll.
Now,
Quad City DJs. Is it? Or is that 69 Boys?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
I think Tootsie Roll's 69 Boys.
Maybe. Somebody
Quad City DJs was like, I think, like, come on, ride a train. And ride it. Doo, doo. Great song.
I don't know whether this girl was possessed or she was batshit crazy. And
even if you are possessed, I feel like there's a mental illness involved there somehow, some way.
Oh, I
feel like that if possession is real, that's probably where it stems from initially. Is a mental weakness, quote unquote. Not my words.
Well,
that's the Catholic Church's words.
I think I've said this on the podcast before. If possession's real, a demon is going to
go after the weak.
The weakest, or that's not going to put up a fight.
Yeah.
And somebody with mental health issues probably would be easier to attack or to attach itself in a spiritual and...
Yeah, it'd be like the DMX song Damien. My name is Damien and I'd like to be your friend.
So basically what I'm saying is if you've been possessed or you think you're possessed, you're a bit of a pussy.
Yeah, you're weak. People who get possessed by the devil are weak. And I look down upon them.
But I think there is. I mean, we're being jest now, but I think there is possessed. I think there is something to it that
our jobs are gonna be like, I haven't seen him in a couple days. I don't know, did he quit? And like, we're just in here like drawing fucking pentagrams on the walls in our own blood and feces. Like,
but I think there's a little bit less resistance in somebody that has a little bit of a mental issue.
Right? Or even if it's not less resistance, more of a bridge into their psyche, potentially. Especially for somebody who is with schizophrenia.
A portal opening.
Yeah, especially if somebody's schizophrenia has schizophrenia or schizoaffective, like you're already hearing voices and shit. What's one more?
What's one more?
New friend.
All right, that's all we got.
Moral of the story: exorcist patients are weak.
And exorcist, get your fucking letter.
Get your dick out of the confession room glory hole.
Get your signed consent form before you do.
That's the main thing to take away from this. Somebody fucking let me know. Were confessionals the origin of glory holes? It makes sense.
I told you, no, I don't think so. I think
You think some trucker in fucking Chattanooga was smart enough to think that through?
I'm saying the inventor of glory holes probably had done confessionals, done a confession at one time and said,
got like a fetish for priests and then built one in their house And then they're like, oh, you can stick a dick through here. Give me your holy water.
All right. I think that's it. That's all I got. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. All right. We will see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Like I said, be sure to like, subscribe, all that shit.
Or don't. And if you get possessed, you're weak.
Pussy.